With us now are Robert and Brian Sullivan, and they are with Sullivan and Sullivan. Why is it called Sullivan and Sullivan? Because they're brothers. Welcome to the show. How are you?
Doing great, Donna. Thank you for having us today.
So we had fun a little bit backstage because when we're taping this, it's right around St. Patrick's Day weekend. So we were talking about the fact that your family has ties to that feeling of the luck of the Irish, right? And you come from multiple generations of attorneys, and they all went to where?
We all, my grandfather, my father, myself, and my younger brother, we all went to St. John's Law. And actually, I should have worn a green tie as well. We're right around
Well,
St.
I think we should
Patrick's
pinch
Day.
him. Should we pinch him?
Got it.
So we all went to St. John's Law School. It's a family thing. And we got in other law schools, but after our grandfather and father went there, we both had to go to St. John's.
So you went there, you graduated, and who decided to say, let's do practice together?
Well, we decided that before we even got out of law school. We knew that we'd do a few years somewhere else to learn the business. But as early as we could, we'd go off together. And we did that a long time ago, right? 19 years?
About 19 years ago, we started, yes.
Yep.
And do you still get along really well? Like your
Love 'em.
offices are, right?
Love 'em.
That's
We do.
important.
We do.
Because not all family businesses work, right? Sometimes it's just like it takes a special, I guess, care, concern, communication to make things work.
Well, one of the good things is there's a trust with us because we went to the same college together, the same law school together. Then we opened our firm together, and we both do trials, and all we do is personal injury. I'd probably say that Brian does more of the trials lately because I do run the business.
Okay.
And he trusts me that way because his money is my money is his money, and we're brothers.
I love that.
So it works out.
I love that so much. So personal injury, you know, I've been in a car accident. You know, many people get hurt. You know, in fact, the other day, and I should have said something to somebody, but I was in an elevator, and the elevator like shut on me, and I thought, oh, and I mean, I really had the smarts. But do you know, it's been like 2.5 weeks later, 3 weeks later, it still hurts, right? So sometimes injuries happen, but at what point do you know whether you should call a personal injury attorney? At what point do you say, oh yeah, this is gonna get better? And at what point do you say, I need to call in the experts?
The answer to that question is simple.
Okay.
Always call. Just
Really?
call first.
Okay.
And we'll let you know the steps that need to be taken. So there's no fee to call us, so why not call us? And we'll walk you through it. And if it's something that can be litigated, we'll litigate it. And if it's something that shouldn't be litigated, we'll let you know that. So there's no harm in calling.
Okay.
And speaking of elevators, 2 years ago, exactly this time, I was on trial for about 2 months in Manhattan. I won't say the name of the building,
Okay.
But here's an example. One of the elevators, we say fell 39 stories. Defense attorneys say oversped.
Oversped.
And we were able to get a $12 million result on that case. So
Wow.
always call the law firm, and one of the best things is, if it's not a case,
Okay.
we'll let you know.
Right.
That way you're not thinking about it.
Okay.
But if it is a case,
Give you a little bit of peace of mind.
yes, and we'll take it if it is a case.
And sometimes no one can tell from the very beginning whether it's a case or not. You need to see how the medicals come out. So if you
Okay.
think you may be injured, you need to give it a little time. Sometimes it goes away and the pain goes away and there is no case. But sometimes it's significant. You need to see your doctors, get your test results, and then go from there.
What is one of the most interesting cases that you've ever seen come to fruition? Somebody got hurt like with what? Like a rake? They stepped on a rake and it hit them in the head? Or like, you know, like, I mean, do people ask you guys this all the time?
They're too numerous to count.
Okay.
You can't really pick one out because day in and day, that's the fun part about our job.
All right.
Day in and day out, every single case is different. So
Yeah.
it's fun and it's intriguing because even though a lot of them stem from the same type of thing, a car accident or a work-related accident, in the end, we're always alleging someone else is negligent. We have to prove it. And how are we going to go about that to do it? It is a lot of fun, all right? And working for your clients and in the end, winning a good result.
It's the best for everybody.
It's the best, yes, it's the best thing you can do. Make them happy. Make your clients happy, and then that'll make you happy.
So, and I was going to ask you too, do you guys like practice? Like, do you hear each other in the halls? Like, you know, does he practice arguments on you and you say, oh, that sounds terrible? Or like,
We've been arguing with each other for 45 years. So.
Yeah, and we have different styles. One thing that I would say when you ask about interesting cases is a tip for your audience.
Okay.
A lot of times in car accidents, somebody gets in an accident and the vehicle that hit you, let's say they were 100% wrong. You're
Right.
sitting at a light and they rear end you. That vehicle may have no insurance or a $25,000 policy, the lowest amount you can have.
Okay.
What people don't know is, because we like to go up against the big insurance companies, they don't tell you that for a nominal fee, you can get $500,000, $1 million in insurance, what's called uninsured, underinsured insurance in your own policy.
Okay.
So in that example, I had a client where she was about 90 years old, was hit by a vehicle, broken hip, numerous surgeries. There was only a $25,000 policy on that other vehicle. After the 1/3 attorney's fees, it's not much. Now, if she had that UN, which is an extra, call it $40 a month, she has $1 million she can go after on her own policy. So guys, if you're listening to this, call your insurance company,
Right.
check and see if you have uninsured, underinsured insurance. It will help.
Okay, and
You're
then,
insuring yourself against the person who may hit you.
Right.
They're bad or low insurance. You're insuring yourself against bad insurance.
and if you already are paying for insurance, what's a little bit of, it's like getting a rider on your jewelry for
Right.
your homeowners,
Right.
right? Because a lot of people don't know that. They're like, oh, I got robbed. Well, what is the robber going to steal? All your jewelry,
Right.
And then, but it might not be covered, so sometimes you have to have like a little rider.
People
so it's similar,
see
right?
People see the insurance
Right.
as they're protecting themselves if they cause an accident. What they don't know is the insurance for a very small fee. That's why brokers don't tell you is you're really, if you have an SUM or UM policy, you're protecting yourself from somebody else's hitting you. So it's vital to have it. It's vital.
Yeah, I like that. That's a really good tip. Any other thoughts that you want to share with our audience regarding that?
Yeah, one other thing we came up with is when you get in car accidents, a lot of times you'll hit your head, or if you have children, new drivers, and they get in a bad accident, you might think you know what to do in that situation, but oftentimes you don't. And
Okay.
something we came up with, and I brought one here, and we
Oh,
brought
I see.
a bunch for your
Oh, thank you
your
so
producers
much.
and everybody. It's called
Oh.
Accident Buddy. And basically, you throw it in your glove.
Right.
And again, we hope you never call us, because if you call us, it means you're hurt.
Right.
But if you are in an accident, that Accident Buddy, you just reach for it. It tells you what to do and
Wow,
what
guys.
not to do if you're in an accident.
This makes sense. Stay at the scene. Like my dad told me that, so that part I know. Call 911 for help. Call the police because you want to get a police report, because if you don't get the police report, that's going to be a
Vital.
problem. I'm thinking, is there anything that says get a witness? Oh, there is. It's right here. Okay, so get information from the other driver, their name, their insurance, their license plate, their driver's license number. Get names of people, witnesses if you can. Take photos, yes, of the location, right? Where how far your car is from the stoplights and things like that. I like this one. This is all in caps. Okay, if you're listening, dear beautiful studio audience. Do not admit guilt, apologize, or discuss responsibility for the accident, because you know what? You just don't know if you're at fault or if you're not at fault. Because a lot of times I've heard of those crazy things where somebody actually will be at a stop and then they back up into your car. And sometimes that can also be proven. So just because you're the car behind doesn't mean that it was your fault.
You're good at
I
this.
think
You're good
I'm
at
good
this.
at this. I don't know. Maybe it'll be Sullivan, Sullivan, and Drake. I don't know. They all have to go to St. John's. You guys, this is really important. So somebody can just write to your website to pick this up? Or?
Email us, go
Okay.
on the website, inbox us, anything on Facebook, on Instagram, and we'll
Wonderful.
mail them to you for free.
This is great. The other thing that I liked about you, and we often try to have guests that have a philanthropic heart. What are some of the charities that you're devoted to that you're helping currently?
I'll let my brother take that one.
Okay.
Because
Well-
he's actually being honored coming up.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. We deal with a lot of charities, but my main focus in the last couple of years has been Big Brothers Big Sisters of Long Island, and we have a charity golf outing coming up this summer. So if you can go on the website, Big Brothers Big Sisters, the golf outing, which they are honoring me, but that's got nothing. That should be honoring the both of us. It's a great organization. Obviously, people out there know what it is, and if you have the time and the means, and you would love to sponsor a young woman or a young man, it really is beneficial to their lives. Once you see it, once you go to these events and meet the kids, it's life-changing to them. To have a mentor can mean everything.
Absolutely.
So we try to raise money for them. We try to give money. We try to raise money because the programs are amazing. So that's it.
Well,
Go on the website, check it out.
I thank you both for being here. I hope I'm not going to call you for any personal needs, but it's nice to know that you're here so that if somebody does have a personal injury, they know where to turn. And this is so smart, because the first thing that happens is you go into a panic mode.
Right.
And if you just reach for your Sullivan and Sullivan accident buddy, you're like, wait, at least I was like, okay, I can breathe, you know.
Everybody thinks they're going to be cool, calm, and collected when the accident happens.
No,
It's not the
it
case.
doesn't
Just
happen.
reach into your glove and pull it out, right?
I remember one time I was driving with my little brother Tony in the car, and a rock came and hit my windshield, right? And I was like, oh, I don't know what happened, but I went into a panic. I went into a tizzy, and I thought I somehow had caused that. You know, it was just the shock of it all. My father drives up to the mobile station. He's like, Donna, what happened? And I was like, I don't know. I must have hit something. He goes, no, hon. He goes, a rock fell and hit and broke your windshield.
It happens. And the last thing that I would say about that is when something like that happens to you, when you come to our law firm, the difference about us is there's only two of us, and that is by design. So when you meet me the first day, I am taking your case personally from that moment until there's a verdict or a settlement, whereas other larger law firms, basically you're meeting that partner, that's great, but I can tell you that as soon as that partner leaves that office, that file's getting handed to somebody 2 years out of law school. So with our law firm, one of us is on your case, or both, the entire time.
I love that. Continued success and happy journeys to you both, safe journeys to you. And thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you, Donna.
Thank you,
You're
Donna.
welcome.
Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Stay tuned for more. Be safe, but if something happens, you know who to call. Thanks for watching.